we live?
Yeah, we're live, and we're here with Robert, and we're just talking about Kubernetes. So this is the Kubernetes interface now.
Nice. Yeah, so I have two problems. The feature that I'm working on is basically how to do disaster recovery in Kubernetes. So I'm afraid of ever losing, for example, our data from our database. We're using Neo4j, and the particular issue that I'm working on is how to do backups. Interesting. No issues. Restore. What the? Anyway, so I just wanted to show you the ticket. So I want to do a backup. And we have, right now, we have two volumes where we have interesting data. One is uploads. So if we have a backend where you can send uploads to.
Yep.
Right now, but in the future it will have this feature. And there's also the Neo4j data.
Yep.
Right. So 1 GB, 2 GB, fair for now, not so much, but anyway. And this persistent volume is then claimed by the deployments, right? So we have the persistent volume claims, uploads claim, Neo4j data claim, and obviously Neo4j has the claim to the Neo4j data. Where can I see it? Nowhere. Interesting. But I know that the Neo4j deployment has the claim, and likewise the backend has the claim to the upload. So what I want to do is I want to somehow persist those volumes and also restore the data that's in those volumes. And I believe this is just not possible. What I could do, and yesterday I was quite excited about it, is that DigitalOcean has the feature that you can create snapshots from volumes. Those snapshots are super cheap.
Yep.
And you can later on create a new volume based on the snapshot. So just remember, we have two persistent volumes. I can tell that we have two Kubernetes clusters. That's why we have 4 volumes in total, right? One Kubernetes cluster, 2 volumes, another Kubernetes cluster, 2 volumes again. Basically the same thing, 2 GB, 2 GB, 1 GB, 1 GB. And now I could, for example, if I know the ID, I can go to my Kubernetes kubectl and say get persistent volumes. Then I see the persistent volumes here, and I could, for example, just copy that and then search for it, and there we see it. So apparently this one, which is the Neo4j data claim, refers to this volume here.
Yep.
So if I want, I could now say take snapshot.
Yep.
Apparently the behavior is that I can do this right now. I can say Neo4j data snapshot. There we go. The snapshot turns up here. So it creates an image. And it's pretty cheap. I think it's a couple of cents per month per gigabyte. So very reasonably priced. And I could create a volume from that image and also attach it to a droplet, right? So this is not Kubernetes. This is like proprietary DigitalOcean stuff. So I can say create a volume, and then it would ask me to attach it to a droplet. But the problem is that I don't know, first of all, how to get this persistent volume in here, because if I do this, it will not show up here as persistent volume. And I don't know how to reclaim the data in this persistent volume. Because let's say the persistent volume claim is gone for reasons I don't anticipate. I don't know, maybe someone deleted it, right? So people deleted the persistent volume claim, but we have our snapshot from the volume from 2 weeks ago. Now, how can I restore that back up? That's the interesting question. Is there any way how I can create a new persistent volume claim first of all, get the volume back into the cluster, because it just doesn't work if I add it to the droplet just like that. That doesn't work. If I create the volume from the Kubernetes cluster, then they show up here, but not vice versa. And the second thing, how can I reclaim the data that's in the volume, right? I don't want to delete the data. I want to reclaim the data.
Yeah.
I want to get the same service running, mounting the data in the pod. How can I do that? That's the question.
Have you heard of this Arc?
Yes. Now it's called Velero.
Ah, okay.
And it seems to be a very sophisticated tool. I just discovered it yesterday, so I don't have any experience with it, but based on the GitHub stars 2400, not such a bad tool, I guess.
Yeah.
But I just don't know, and I don't know if that's the way to go, and I don't have experience with it, and yeah, so
okay.
that would be my next step, to try out Velero and see if I can do backups with this tool, but I don't have experience with it.
Cool. I reach out to him to see if he does, and then we can further the conversation, I think.
Yeah, cool. Do you want to stop the broadcast and give this video as a
homework? Yeah, that's a good idea. So it keeps it short. Cool. So 1 second.